Lycopersicum esculentum. What? The humble tomato, Australia's most popular summer fruit or vegetable, whichever way you cut it. Tomatoes are essentially gross feeders, so you do need to ensure that the base fertiliser that's in the veggie patch is there from day one, and that you're liquid feeding at least once a week. Keeping interested in your tomato crop throughout its life is really important. It's important to get the crop established first with good water and good nutrition. But the most critical part of the tomato's life is when the fruit starts to appear. Tomato plants do not like to be stressed at this particular time, and any sort of stress from lack of water or lack of fertiliser will have a tangible impact on your overall yield and the fruit quality. So when it comes to selecting tomatoes, there's two basic categories that you can choose from. We've got what we call bush types or determinates. Their height is determined. That's how I remember it. So they're a bush tomato, grows up to about 1 metre, no trellising required. You are going to get all your fruit though pretty much over a small window of a few weeks. The other type of tomato is a trellis tomato or an indeterminate type. And for those types of tomatoes, you need some trellis, such as this frame here. So a frame like this would support just one trellis tomato. So if you're looking at growing quite a few trellis tomatoes, you're going to need a much bigger support structure. A couple of star pickets perhaps and some wire will do the trick. So over time the tomato is going to continue to grow up in height and easily getting to the top of this trellis here. Trellis tomatoes can get well over 6 feet. So the benefits with trellis tomato is that you'll be picking the crop throughout the season. You don't have to pick it all at once. One of my favourite varieties is in the Oasis Garden Harvest range called Tiny Tim. It's a bush tomato and it's got a beautiful sweet flavour and nice juicy fruit. Now because it's a bush variety, we don't need to worry about trellis. So what I've got here is Tiny Tim in a 100ml pot. We just gently tap the seedling out of the pot, prepare a hole about 1.5 to 2 times the diameter of the root ball and gently backfill around the plant. Make sure the seedling is about 2 centimetres above the soil level, not so the roots are exposed, but just to ensure that water doesn't congregate around the base of the plant. And there you have it. So for more information on how to grow a brilliant tomato crop this season, I'd suggest you head down to your local garden centre who have all the local expert advice that'll get you well underway for a bumper crop.